All right, let's talk about the 2026 Ford Bronco. It's an awesome machine, but man, that trim lineup can be pretty confusing. So today, we're going to break it all down to help you figure out which one is your perfect adventure vehicle. You know, Car and Driver really hit the nail on the head here. The Bronco is all about choice. It's built for dunes, for boulders, for mountains. There's pretty much a model for every kind of trailblazer out there. Okay, let's dive into this. But yeah, with so many options, how do you even begin to choose? Well, to make it simple, let's think of it like we're climbing an adventure ladder together. We're going to start at base camp with the essentials and climb all the way up to the peak performance models. So let's start at the very beginning with the two trims designed to get you out on the trail without totally breaking the bank. These are your entry points into the awesome world of the Bronco.
Right at the start, you've got two main choices, the base and the big bend. And the first thing you'll notice is how close they are in price. They both share that same capable 300 horsepower engine, and you can get either a manual or an automatic. The real difference here is kind of the philosophy behind them. The base is a true blank canvas, perfect if you're planning a custom build. The Big Bend, though, for just a few $100s more, adds some small comforts that just make it a better daily driver right from the start.
Okay, moving up that ladder, we get to the trims that really start to blend that off-road capability with comfort and a whole lot of style. These are for the adventurer who wants to look good, both on the trail and on the street. First up is the Outer Banks, starting around $48,000. This is the Bronco that's equally at home on a muddy trail or pulling up to a nice restaurant for dinner. It's also your first chance to upgrade to the more powerful 330 horsepower V6 engine for some extra muscle. And to celebrate a big milestone in 2026, Ford is offering this really special 60th anniversary package on the Outer Banks. Now, it's a pretty big price jump to over 65 grand, but it completely transforms the vehicle. You get this exclusive Wimbledon white paint, unique retro badging, and some very trail-ready 35-inch tires. It basically creates a true collector's item.
Now, if you love that retro vibe but want a slightly different flavor, there's the Heritage Edition. It starts around $51,000, and it is all about those classic good looks. The big news for 2026 is you no longer have to upgrade the engine just to get an automatic transmission. That gives you way more flexibility to build the exact retro rig that you want.
Okay, now we're getting into the really specialized models. The next one on our ladder isn't about style or highway cruising. It's a purpose-built tool. It's designed for one thing, and one thing only: conquering the toughest, most technical terrain out there. And this is the Badlands. Starting around $49,000, this is the Bronco for serious rock crawlers. Its secret weapon is a front stabilizer bar disconnect. What that does is, with the push of a button, it allows the front wheels to drop and rise independently, keeping the tires glued to the ground over massive obstacles. It's the skilled, technical climber of the family, for sure.
And the level of personalization you can get is pretty amazing. On the four-door Badlands, Ford offers a staggering 37 different body and roof color combinations, so even if you're building a serious hardcore rock crawler, you can still give it a completely unique look.
All right, we've reached the top of our ladder. This is where capability and power are pushed to the absolute limit. These are the most formidable, most powerful Broncos in the entire lineup. First at the summit is the Strop Edition, which is a tribute to Baja racing history. For about $70,000, it packs a ton of performance. The key update for 2026 is that it's now a four-door only, which actually makes this high-speed rig a little more practical for passengers. But for a lot of people, the ultimate choice comes down to these two off-road titans, and they have completely different missions. The Badlands is that skilled climber, built for precision on tight, rugged trails. The Raptor, on the other hand, is a high-speed sprinter. It was born to just dominate wide-open desert terrain. And the hardware tells the whole story. The Raptor's suspension uses these Fox semi-active dampers that are constantly adjusting to absorb huge impacts at speed. It also comes on massive 37-inch tires, and it's almost 10 inches wider than a standard Bronco. All of that gives it incredible stability when you're flying across the desert. And that stability is absolutely necessary to handle the power. While the Badlands tops out with a very capable 330 horsepower V6, the Raptor gets an exclusive 3-liter V6 that's churning out a monstrous 418 horsepower. It is simply the undisputed king of the lineup.
So, after climbing that entire ladder, how do you possibly choose? Let's do a quick recap and match a persona to a trim level.
Are you the essential adventurer? Someone who wants that pure, undiluted Bronco capability and a blank canvas to build your dream rig?
Well, then the base and Big Bend trims are your perfect starting point. They deliver all the core Bronco DNA you need to just get out there. Or maybe you're the stylish explorer. You want a vehicle that's comfortable for the daily commute, but still looks the part and can absolutely hold its own on the trail. Then the Outer Banks, especially with that stunning 60th anniversary package, or the Retro Cool Heritage Edition, is your perfect match. How about the Technical Trailmaster? For you, it's not about speed, it's about control, conquering the most difficult obstacles with absolute precision.
If that's your goal, there is only one choice: the Badlands. It's the purpose-built tool for that job.
And finally, are you the ultimate high-speed off-roader? Someone who wants the absolute peak of performance with zero compromises, the biggest and baddest of them all? Then the Raptor stands completely alone at the top of the food chain.
Ultimately, every single Bronco is an incredibly capable machine right out of the box. So the real decision isn't about what the vehicle can do, it's about choosing the specific tool that best fits the adventure you want to have.